Well, team, it looks like we're still battling a little bit towards the down right now. And it looks like we've been pulling back. But of course, like usual, we're coming back towards the close. The question is, can we hang around here for a little bit longer? Will we get back above the VWAP? Looks like we're making a little bit of a rally right now. I'll talk all about it right now with Joel Elconin. We'll take a look. What's making moves? Anything got your radar or attention? Throw it up in the chat. Let's get into it at the close.
All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
USA. But I don't think anybody cares. Let's go ahead. Let's bring on Joel Elconin. How we doing?
We'll just you never know when the game's over, right?
Yeah, you don't.
The
You gotta
clock
wait.
goes up, and you never know what. I hate that. But let's run through things quick, and then Dano with his 3:32 message, Mitch. He must have been listening
I know.
The
Did you see that, Joel?
at the close show.
This Dano guy.
About
We gotta
that.
get
Let's
him
run
on
down the
sometime.
big board. Yeah. We ran up this morning, tried to get green. Oh, they're acting like we're going to go green, acting like we're taking out the pre-market high. No can do. I always like to key up those pre-market highs and lows. And then they came down and they slammed it through the Monday's low and went down to 41 and a quarter. That splits a couple lows from last week, and then cooler heads prevailed, and now it's just a slow rally back. I don't know if we can get back to unchanged today, but this is what we were talking about earlier. It's like, well, it's buy the dip. We still got the buy the dip mode, but where's a good place to buy the dip? So we did get to the 3 and 4 day lows. I was looking for the weekly low. Now we're back up. In session, the 15 cents to one. That's kind of a quiet day for the U.S. dollar. TLT, that's down a $1.09. I was wondering why that was rallying. Crude, OPEC, jabbing their jaws again, up a $1.21, 78.45. I think you get back over 80 here, and I think the bulls might make a little run. Gold up 810, 17, 63, 40. Silver hanging out in the 21 handle. That's up 29 cents at 21.41. Bitcoin, I might have to stop talking about Bitcoin. Look at resistance at 16.5. That's what you Bitcoin bulls, that's what you have to do, man. You got to get that over 16.5. And Ethereum, that's up 48.50. At 12:02. Mitch, am I still coming in loud and clear, or are we having any problems so far?
Maybe the slightest hiccup, but enough to where it's coming in clean. That's what matters there.
I can't tell. I can't tell if it's a pause. I can't tell if it's you pausing or me a delay coming through.
Well, one thing I noticed
See, I just
there.
heard you.
Yeah, one thing I noticed there is that your charts were lagging even too when you were changing tickers there. So that shows me more and more that it's your internet there that's having some issues there, because even the charts, and your charts normally flip like instantly towards the next ticker. I'm seeing them lag a little bit more here. And so I can tell that much that, hey, we're still battling a little Comcast life, but I'll tell you one thing.
They're coming out Thursday. They're coming out Thursday. Yep, coming out Thursday. All right, so who was that? Dano? He's a new guy here. He says, anybody know why markets dropped big time around 11? I was all over that. I'm like, I'm looking, I'm searching, I'm going pro, I'm going Bloomberg, I'm asking the news desk, and I'm like scrambling for a reason, and can't even make one up. It's just just a little liquidity, lack of liquidity. They whacked it through the low, a little technical. But no, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything to precipitate that. But I think you're blaming on tech today, Mitch. I mean, between China supply chain worries for Apple and Musk constantly badgering Apple. I mean, that's it. This is the chart of the day. I mean, right here, your top opponent down 2.53%. That's $3.66 at 140.59. I mean, when you have your big boys down 2.5, 0.95, the Googster down 0.73, Amazon, so much for those Cyber Monday sales. And then good old Tesla, that's one. I mean, it's hard for the market to go up when you got those heavyweights bringing you down. Michael Zamora says, what do you think of Amazon? Man, oh man, what do I think of Amazon? It's already given back half of this move. Pair of lows here at where are these pair of lows at? 90, let's call it 90.65. An itsy bitsy tiny gap to fill. Oh, that's a decent sized gap down to 89.48. I just can't find a reason to buy it down here unless you want to lean on the low of the moon, Michael.
It's tough. It's tough to see that leadership start giving up again. And I think that that's one thing that we need to keep in mind, right? We talked about that. If the leadership isn't going to keep us up, well, what will? Well, it looks like at least the retail trade is still playing part. You guys can take a look at that today, as you guys will see kind of consumer cyclical up today. And you guys see department stores having a really good day, and certain kind of apparel still sticking around. Some electronics. I saw Best Buy still strong. But let's take a look at some department store action today. Macy's still staying strong. KSS up 3.67%.
Look at that Macy's. Look at that Macy's chart, Mitch. Is that a juicy looking chart or what?
They want to push it through.
Look at that.
Get it through those
You're holding
highs.
23. I look at that support and I say, hey, there's someone making a stand at 23. You hold 23. Let's blow through. Man, there's a pesky seller here. This is an inside day. Look at the last 3 days of ranges, folks. You're not going to see this very often. 5 days of similar ranges, 22.97 to 23.83. This thing is winding up. We'll blow the doors. We'll get 24 bid. It's off to the races. Your next monthly high. If somehow this market turns south, boom, takes out 23. I'm looking at 22, but you have to assume the recent trend in Macy's off the late September low has been up, pausing after another big move up, consolidation. Your technical analysis books would say this is a consolidation to move higher.
And it's not only kind of the, cheaper apparel. Even look at a stock that we never look at, Ralph Lauren. Look at that, getting a little bit of a lift. It seems like, we talk about recession. But are these stocks showing us recession? I don't know. That's not what I see from retail. It looks like
you wear those little polos.
Yeah, the polo thing.
Polo shirts.
Nah, I couldn't afford those, Joel. I was more American Eagle. Ralph Lauren was a little too expensive for me, but
Mitch, I see you the kind of guy in college. You had the pink Ralph Lauren, and you had the collar up. The collar up, and then in the winter. In the winter, you probably put on like a green sweater with your docksiders.
Oh no, you wear it over and you tie it right here.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bam.
Well, classic right there. Ralph Lauren, though. Hey, somebody's shopping there because the stock doesn't look too bad there. Ralph Lauren. Some of these apparels still doing well. Look at even like a Levi. That's a stock we never talk about. What about the jeans that never break?
Yeah. Boom. I can't give you anything here on this. On
the hard Ralph
Lauren. Just keep an eye on the high close and the move. Boy, this has been up 1, 2, 3. Probably flat there, 3 to 4. I don't know. I mean, I'll just go to my monthlies here, even though I have a weekly up now. Your next weekly high until 118.54. Maybe look at that as a potential target. That's Ralph Lauren, and then what was the other one? Oh, Levi Strauss. Yeah, they just make clothes too good. Little set up here. Trying to punch its way through here. 1, 2, 3, 5 really similar range days. And now, if this could get a 16 and a quarter bid, oh, why not? Why not get up and test that upper 17? That's a good look at Levi's. S&Ps, they're doing their best here to try and get green on the session. We're only down
Yeah, they
seven
are.
and a half. Let's look at Kohl's. They're so nice at Kohl's. They're very nice people at Kohl's. Kohl's on the verge of a breakout now. I changed my trade station here, so because I thought that I was blaming trade station for my internet problems. I should have known better. But now I have to look for my horizontal line. It's not the horizontal line that I want. I got to make that permanent. I don't know why it's doing that. But for you Macy's traders or your Kohl's traders here, multiple highs. Where's that come in? 32.60. You got the 32.64 today. Pressing up against it. Kohl's doesn't look bad to me. Kohl's Cash. I mean, everyone's got to use it. Also, good place to take your Amazon stuff back to. Walmart, I saw Walmart been the leader of the pack, a little bit of a quiet day today. Target, what a buy the dip opportunity. Oh, Target, we got a little bit of a stall here. You guys got to knock out that 167 seller. We're closing up there, 66.89. That was your high yesterday, 69.97. Your high today. Formidable resistance trying to get back into that gap area. What else? Let's look at the gap. Fall into the gap. How's that doing? Had the maintaining after earnings hit $15. Consolidation. Is that yet another consolidation to move higher? Come on, Mitch. What else do we got? What about Nordstrom? Nordstrom got hit off its earnings. Yeah, that's not doing as well. What else do we got?
Look at Best Buy continuing. Best Buy is continuing to the upside.
These are tough charts. It's 86. Well, caution for Best Buy buyers or sellers. 84.46. 84. I mean, pair of highs there. I'd be real interested to see. This would be my target here. 86.48. August 16th high.
And one stock that I'm feeling a little bold on. I'm feeling a little bold today, guys. I'll do a little bold call out here. I'm going to call out a holiday stock, or at least I think could have a holiday rally. And this one's going to be an interesting one. American Airlines. AAL. Let's take a look. Will they be going to the holidays? Will people be traveling? Will we hear news of maybe potentially good sales coming from, of course, the travel and the airline industry? I'm starting to look at that monthly chart, and that's really where I start off there. Okay. We pulled back towards the pandemic levels, right? We bounced off near those levels. And I'm looking at, if we can clear 15, I'm not looking too bad in this stock. Gives me a good outlook. And eventually crude prices should go down and help out this industry maybe next year. So I don't know. I'm starting to look at maybe an upside in the airlines.
Well, let's go good news, bad news here. The good news is you got a trio of lows. I don't know what happened on this day, but you got a trio of lows. So someone's stepping up in the 1380, 1390 area, right? That's the good news. So if you're taking your risk here at 1410, 1412, do you want to stick around and see if it gets into this bar? Not really. So that's the good news. You got a triple bottom. The bad news is you ain't getting away from it. So what do you look about? I think this is going to be somewhat market dependent too. You get an upgrade, you get some kind of catalyst, you get an up market, move it up towards 1450. I don't know what happened on this day when we tanked under 1350, but I like to set up there, clear support, the big stepping up at 1380. My favorite airline Delta, used to be Northwest. That's got a pair of lows at 34. Quiet range between 34. Actually, 3 lows just under 34. So that's looking okay. UAL, that's a little bit more whippy. Wow, that's got 3, 4 lows in the same area.
Nice little setup.
JETS, Jets. Yeah. The
Jets.
setups are there. I do. Yeah. When do the
Little
Finns play the
sneaky.
Jets?
Oh, don't worry. The Jets already lose, and that's how it goes. Jets suck. Oh, well, that's how we call it out there in Miami. But hey, it's how it is. Honestly, I don't know the next game. I know I was looking at maybe the Packers and Dolphin game to go down for Christmas, but who knows? Let's take a look. Jets will be interesting, right? Will that be a Santa Claus type of trade? I'm just having to keep watch. We'll see what happens there. Let's go to one that didn't get the uplift today, which was UNH. They put out the kind of the pre-announcements. They got hit towards the open, coming back a little bit towards this. This is kind of one of those where I feel like the guidance didn't really move the stock much. I mean, you were already selling off yesterday. You closed around, what we got that close at? 532.31. They're not too far off of that.
I got to close at 32.27 yesterday, but it closed in the lower quadrant. So I was looking at that. I was looking at, and we did discuss this one. There was a pair of lows at 532 from Friday and Monday. You took that out pretty easy off the open, not much heat. This 23.65. If you were trying to cover, see, this is where it would have been tough because I would have said, okay, it's going to 523. That's your 23rd low. That was last Wednesday's low. But the buyers stepped up ahead of that at 23.65, and now you've rallied back. So the entrance on a short, easier. The exit, not so easy. But this had a big move off the low to kind of weak close. I mean, I don't know what they're doing, giving guidance in between quarters, but I guess it was nice for them to do. But looks like it's turned here. At least in the short term. If we take out that 523, it's close to 520. Not a clean looking chart by any stretch of the imagination for UNH. Just look at Humana. If you're looking at UNH, you got to look at Humana. Boom. Ooh, boy, half of this move back, did it? Where's my retracement tool? Come on. Retracement, Fibonacci price retracement calculator. There it is. Ooh, I don't like that one. I might have to revert back to my I don't know. Okay, forget it. We're not going to do that. Come on, let's get rid of it. I got to do some work on this. Don't download a new version of something. Do it over the weekend so you can mess with the charts. But important holding this low here, 529.49 for Humana. What else do we got in that group? Is Molina still around? MOH?
Molina's still around.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Look at that. I pulled that. Look at that. Triple top in Molina. You guys got to keep an eye on this one. 329. That's a 5-star. I got asked about Shop today. Remember we were talking about Shop till you drop on Monday, the Cyber Monday. I don't know how you pronounce this kid's name on Twitter, but he was asking about it, and he asked, how many stars do you have at 40 now? And I'm calling it a 4-star. The reason I'm calling it a 4-star is you had that kiss right there at 39.78. Monday, you snuck just above it. Tuesday, you got right to it. And then what do you know? The high close of the move at 40.02. I think you get a look at 36 at this one tomorrow. We're entering the 88th minute here. I got the soccer on here. So they play 90, right? But we really don't know if it's 91, 92, 93, right?
That is how it goes. That is how it goes there. We'll wait and see what happens. Okay. One thing that I see in Shop is that I've talked about it. It seems like we got to get really towards like 45 to really be bullish on this chart. We'll see if we eventually get there. We were looking at this in a long-term sense. I know Dennis and I were talking a lot about Shopify, I think like 2 days ago. So we'll keep watching what happens on that one. We can keep moving forward. We can take a look at maybe some basic materials or some energy. Looks like oil's still hanging in there. Basic materials not doing bad there. BTU, what I've been talking about, just still strong. Santa wants coal this year. I've heard that. Up through the 30 mark. Not looking too bad there.
BTU?
Yeah, we can look at a little Peabody,
Can you
a little
hear?
coal action. Yeah, you come in a little bit in and out,
Peabody
but I got you.
Energy. Yep. Oh, look at that. I know.
I've been looking
I'm
at
ready to
this one.
smash a keyboard. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, look what I had on the weekly there. Look at that.
see
The old
it?
triangle. I probably had it on monthly though. Let's see what it looked like on this. I can't believe I
It
changed
was a monthly.
versions. I think I might go back to my old one so I know what the heck I'm doing. This is a
You had
weekly
it on the
now. Go to a
monthly.
monthly. Yeah, Joel formation. Look at that. The Joel formation.
see?
Boom. Broke out of that. And I actually chew those kind of clean. That's a clean chart for me. Whoa. Peabody Energy, I guess we did going back to where we started from, 33.29. Wow. That wouldn't be a bad target as it trades at 31.81.
I'll tell you, there's another one in
Let's
this industry
look at
too.
Natty Gas, right? Natty Gas.
Yeah.
Gas, not too bad. Yeah.
Not too bad on
That's showing
that.
a little bit of life.
One that I was looking at that also started pushing, and you guys can watch for it to maybe keep pushing, is CEIX in that coal. I know a lot of people look at Peabody. CEIX is a little bit of a smaller play, still a decent volume, like 1.2 million, right? Trades an average over a million. So we'll see if that can keep going too. That's not a bad outlook there. All right,
What's the symbol?
CEIX. CEIX.
Boy, that's nice. Wow, man. Oh, wow, that thing's knocking on the door all-time highs here. That's been a nice
talking about
move.
that setup
Trades over
through 70
1,000,000
yesterday.
shares. 60. Good job. Good job. You had to shrug
not a
off the
bad
gap
one
and
there.
go. But yeah, tough chart, man. I'll leave that one to you.
Yeah, that's a tough chart to the way that it opened today. It looked really nice. I mean, the setup for above 70, but you didn't really get an opportunity today. It was already at like 71.45 when it opened up. It's a little bit more difficult type of trade. It's kind of more of a stock that I like to like swing on towards the close yesterday. Maybe that would have been more the level to look at if you looked at the hourly chart. Let's keep going. We could take a look at what else we want to take a look at. Financial services kind of hung in there today. Technology were the ones that were kind of letting go. And I think, Micron gave us a good sign yesterday that this was starting to happen. I called it out yesterday with Micron's down move. Look how Micron continues down today. This was kind of the leading one that let us down, right? Then NVIDIA came behind it with their kind of announcement, and then they got hit. Micron was the first one though, right? Well, you're seeing it's also probably leading the way on the downside too here. So I'm going to keep this one on watch. If technology keeps getting hit, we could keep coming down in these semis.
Man, you made me think of a stock here, and it wasn't NVIDIA and it wasn't Micron. Just ripped through a couple there. Man, what was it? It was what's going on?
Did I lose you there for a second? Yeah, I lost you for a second. It's just how.
I can't tell because I'm looking at you, and you're talking sometimes, and then you're not talking. So when I start talking, you start talking, and then I want to talk. What's going on with JP Morgan is I want to know. Up 217. Took yesterday's high, 36.71, 36.62, high of the move, 137. Trying to post a new closing high for the move. This stock is not widely covered, but I wonder if someone has the old upgrade in their back pocket. Like, whoo, this thing's at the high of the move. We're going to give it an upgrade. We're going to get it to 140 overnight, and then it's going to sell off. But I noticed the Bank of America fell off yesterday, but that JP Morgan, I mean, that's really give a move in instead of trying to pick a top, maybe trade on the three lows in the same area. And I call that just under 133.50. Let it roll. Let it roll and see if you can take out 137.14 recent high of the move. Also bumping up against a monthly high too at one. Come on, computer. 137.41. Got a big area here for JP Morgan.
Definitely something to watch. I mean, these banks don't want to go away, and it seems like they're finally starting to listen towards the interest rate helping them, right? I think that's what we've seen this run. Their value plays. Will this ever turn around? I think that's something to keep in mind. It will recession concerns maybe turn these stocks around. It just seems like they're super strong right now. It's almost like the oil names that just don't want to go. And so if they don't want to come down, maybe they can keep pushing up. But I see you rolling through some charts there. You're looking for it, Joel. You keep looking for it. You're gonna let us know tomorrow. I have a feeling there's something up the back sleeve there. You got something for us.
No, I'm just gonna do this now because I'm cutting in and out. So I'm just gonna do this Marvel real quick for MD.
Let's do
Look
it.
at that 44. I mean, that's standing out to you, right? You had the gap down from the 44 area. You're coming back up to 44. You got 3-4 highs in that area. Buyers, you're stepping up at 42. So boom, you get above 44. I like it. You break down to 42. I wouldn't even be too worried because you got a pair of lows in the 41 and a quarter, 41.44. So setting on me, buy it on strength, man. Boom. Let's get to 44.
Yeah, ex-dividend date. That might be helping Goldman Sachs. That might get them a little lift there.
Oh, Dennis put out stop. He see his tweet about there's a lot of big stocks going ex-dividend tonight.
Well, that's definitely going to help those stocks, right? We know how that sometimes gets a nice little push run. Looks like that's helping Goldman Sachs today. So keep your mind out there that there could be some dividend X dates coming into play. Looks like it's tomorrow there for Goldman Sachs, so not looking too bad there. Let's take a look at maybe some of the earnings stocks that we'll be reporting after the close. We get CrowdStrike, Hewlett Packard. We get into it. You can take a look there at the CrowdStrike. Remember CrowdStrike, one thing that I saw was PanW's earning really wasn't that bad. But will CrowdStrike kind of ruin the party here as PanW kind of kept them hanging on there? But if CrowdStrike hits through here and it goes down towards 130, I'd be a little bit worried about this one. Who knows? Maybe we can get it back towards the pre-pandemic pricing towards around 103. We'll see what happens there.
On the upside, 140, 150. Keep an eye on that. If it's a good report, it blows through there. I wouldn't want to be short. So that's it, folks. That's it for today. We're closing right here at 39.62. I'm back with you guys tomorrow morning. Everyone, have a great night.
All right, we'll let you guys get out of here. And up next, you guys got Cannabis Insider coming up next. Don't miss it. Find out all that they found out, of course, at MJ Biz, the conference, and check out what they're going to go ahead and talk about today. I think that you will get some insight on certain stocks, like why Grow was getting a little lift today. Why were the cannabis stocks pushing a little bit? Why is Tilray pushing a little bit of volume here towards the close? Find out at Cannabis Insider. Don't got to go anywhere. USA all the way. Let's go. Pulse it. Let's go. Hit the thumbs up. I'll see you guys tomorrow at PreMarket Prep. Up next, you guys, Cannabis Insider. Don't go anywhere.